Hey everybody, welcome back to the Love Dogs channel. I originally was planning to be on trail today and tomorrow. However, due to trail closures, I am still in Lubbock. It is hot, so I am doing this video in the studio in the air conditioning. But I received a comment on the Durston Kakwa 40 video that I did that made me realize that I didn't actually show specific placement of the attachment loops on that pack. For those of you who may be considering adding some mods to that pack, those attachment loops are really important. So I'm just gonna take a minute and I'm gonna show you exactly where those attachment loops are and how many there are. There actually aren't that many. So on the front of the pack, the attachment loops basically border the mesh pocket. So you've got one up here, one right here in the middle, and one right here at the bottom. And then you have on the other side of the mesh pocket, one here, and one up here. There aren't any up towards the top of the pack. They're all around the mesh pocket. There's again 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. On the back we have even fewer attachment loops. One right here, which the side cordage is attached to, a matching one on the other side, and then you don't have any other ones in the middle. You just have the two on the bottom. So right here and right here. There's enough to do a few mods, like I added the bungee cord to the bottom so that I could carry my tent down here. But if you look at the side, if you wanted to, for example, add an upper mesh pocket, you might find it really difficult to do so just because of the lack of attachment loops up high on this side panel. The ones that do exist aren't even with one another. For example, on the back of the pack, the attachment loop is up here, and then on the front of the pack, the attachment loop is down here, so it's at an angle. Those are the only two attachment loops on this side panel, so you might find it difficult to add an upper mesh pocket if you wanted to do that. I just added one more mod to the pack myself, and I wanted to show you that as well. So I did get all of my gear from the 60-liter Arcall Ultra into this Durston Kakwa 40. That wasn't really a problem, but you know, with these roll top closures, they recommend that you fold these at least once, twice, 3 times before you bend them in and clip them like that. What I found when I filled my food bag completely full and put it in here, I didn't quite have enough room at the top to fold this 3 times and then fold it in and clip it. So as I was messing around with it, I realized that what I really needed was a way to roll the top just a couple of times and then pull it down on the sides and have a roll top side closure. And on the Durston, there's no way to do that built in. On the Z-Packs packs, you can actually purchase a side closure, roll top closure kit. I looked on the Durston website and I couldn't find such a kit for this pack. And I went through and looked at some of my old Z-Packs clips, and unfortunately none of them fit the Durston style. It's just a slightly different design of the clip. So none of my old Z-Packs clips would work with these. So I just kept looking at this pack and trying to figure out a solution. And I ended up, just out of curiosity, testing the sternum strap clip in the roll top clip, and it matched. They're the same size. So that gave me the idea of somehow using the sternum strap as a side roll top closure. So I actually jumped online and I did a search for Durston Kakwa 40 spare straps and clips. And what do you know, I found some that's sold by Kaviso, I don't know how you say it, but the place that sells Dan Durston's solid tents and the packs. So I actually bought an extra sternum strap kit from Kaviso, and that's on its way to me now. I don't have it yet, but I went ahead and removed the sternum strap that came on the pack, and I've modified that to now be the side roll top closure straps so that I can put my food bag in the top and use just a little bit of extra space at the top and still be able to roll the top just a couple of times and pull it tight down on each side and clip it into the sides. Basically, the excess cordage here on the side that I'm not using, I just tied to itself so that I wouldn't have excess cordage hanging. But what I'm doing is I'm taking the sternum strap and I'm just clipping it to this side cordage, and it stays on there pretty well. You don't really have to worry about this accidentally coming off, because you have to pull pretty hard to get it off once you really clip it on there. So I did that on this side, and then I did the same thing with the other half of the sternum strap on this side. I'll take it off and do it again so you can watch. You can see how difficult it is to get it off, so this isn't going to come off on its own. The clip that's on the sternum strap, I'm clipping onto the side cordage like this. And by the time you get it on there, like I said, it's not going to come off on its own because it's in there pretty good. So now I can roll it a couple of times if I need to have more space at the top, and then just pull this to the side and clip it in right there. And that allows me to fill this pack just a little bit taller and have a better seal at the top, because without these, if I didn't roll it a full 3 times, every time I would try to bend it in to clip it closed, this would come unrolled in the middle. So I can do that. And then coming on this side, I can do that. When the pack is full and you pull those down to the side, this lays tight, so it's not going to come unrolled. So that's the second mod that I've done to this pack. One last thing before I end this quick video. I know there's some of you out there waiting for me to do an updated review of the Saker K9 Ascension dog packs, and I am planning to do that. Unfortunately, because this week's trip got canceled, we're now trying to do it the week of July 10th, and we're just going to keep our eye on the trail closures. If it happens that we can get out on July 10th, then I plan to do that updated Saker K9 Ascension Pack review later that week or weekend, so it'll be a couple of weeks off yet. I apologize for that, but the trail closures are out of my hands, and I live in Lubbock, Texas. It's 112 degrees today, so we do not do anything outside in the summers here. We pretty much have to drive 6+ hours to get out to the mountains to do any real kind of backpacking in the summer. So I apologize for the delay on that, but it's coming, I promise. I think that's it for this video. I didn't really have much to put out there. I just wanted to do a quick one about the new Durston mod that I just did today. So I hope that helps some of you out there. If you have any questions about anything, leave them in the comments and I'll be happy to answer if I can. Also, I know that this gets old when you hear it every time you watch a YouTube video, but the like and subscribe really does help us YouTube creators. The more likes and subscribes that we have, the better chance that we get our videos on the YouTube homepage in front of more eyes, and it really helps us grow our channels. And I will definitely say that after doing this for a couple of years now, video creation is very challenging. It's not easy. There's a lot of aspects to it that make it difficult, but it's also quite fun. I'm enjoying it, but I definitely am not being private about saying that my intention is to monetize. So there's a lot of work involved, and I'll be glad to get to a point where maybe I can get a little bit of compensation for the effort. But I do really enjoy doing these, and I hope that I can continue putting out some videos that you all enjoy and find useful. If there's anything I can do to help answer questions or anything like that, just leave a comment and let me know. Thanks, I hope you're well, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.